Hey, Todd here. So I get sent products randomly for me to review, take a look at, see what I think. But as a photographer, commercial photographer that I've been doing this for years for major companies, my first thought is, how am I going to light this thing, make it look cool? What are the angles? So those are my first thoughts, and that's kind of what you need to do when you're looking at a product for a client or whatever. You want to make this thing look as cool as you can, but still show all the features of the product, which is a challenge sometimes, especially when I'm shooting shoes outside on people for like Doc Martens or Nike. You've got to show the product because that's what they want to see, but you still want to do it in a way that looks cool. And so it's kind of a balance of fighting the lighting to make sure you're seeing the product and being able to still make it look cool or dramatic or super contrasty, all of those things. So we're going to look at these watch bands I got sent from ULTIMAL and do some lighting on them, plus take a look at these watch bands and review them at the same time. So kind of a dual process we're going to go through today, and light and check out and review these products at the same time. Like I said in the car, these are the bands that ULTIMAL sent me, the Street Fighter and the Shield Protect case band. They're not paying me to do this review, so I'll give you my honest opinion of what I think, quality and all that, fit and all that kind of stuff. I've got the Ultra first generation Apple Watch, so 49 millimeter, these should fit perfect. So now I want to check out what kind of background I want. Do I want to have white high key like I've got right now? Do I want to, black? I figured that out. That's kind of what's going on in my head right now. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the high key white background. Then we'll bring in the lights, figure that out, and to see how well this fits on my watch and the quality of these bands and how I like it on my wrist, how that feels. Yeah, so let's get to it. We're going to work with the Street Fighter first. Let's get this on my watch, see how easy that is. Get this out of the case. First off, the feel of these things is really pretty nice. And the hardware up here looks really cool. So let's see how it is. And on the back of your watch, you've got these little buttons right here that you just push in to slide the band off. So you just push that guy in with your thumb, works, and then this just slides right out. And we'll see if this guy slides right back in. And then that locks in nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Push the little button on the back, slide this guy off, and then slide this guy on, which goes right in the little groove here. Just like that. And it locks in, and you're good to go. So we've got it mounted up on there. Yeah, it feels good, feels solid. Quality, I really like the look of the hardware on here, which is nice. Yeah, so let's take some shots of this guy and see what we think. I like the color. Now here's a look at the set. I've got two lights, one coming over here, bouncing into a 4x8 flat, giving me a nice big large source. I've got the light dome over here, which is coming up behind, kind of 3/4 behind, lighting the product. I've got a shiny card underneath and a black flag up above to subtract light and give me some nice blacks up in here. And then the shiny card is coming from the bottom and gradating up, so it's not overfilling, which you don't want to do. And then this light, my main light, is lighting up in here and giving me contrast inside the band. And then I've got a little piece of dowel right here, which is keeping the band apart to give it that nice shape there, and an armature arm with an alligator clamp right there that's holding onto that. And I've just got some white tape on that, just so if it reflects anything, it'll reflect white, which is better than black or silver or whatever. And then we're just gonna retouch that out after the fact. And we're using the R5 with a 100 millimeter macro lens on it right now. So let's take a look at one of the captures. Typically I would be using strobe on this, but today, since I'm shooting video on it, using the LEDs, which work great. Either way, whatever you've got will work fine. So let's take a look at that capture. Shooting to capture one here, and there's the final product right there. So now you can see that the black flag up above was giving me these nice dark spots right here, which is giving me shape to the product, as well as right here shows me the roundness of the metal. And you don't want to overlight the metal too much because you want to see that little bit of grit texture in it that gives it the shape as well. And the fill card down below, lighting here and up, and you can see the gradation that it's creating right here and giving me shape again. And that main light coming from the top side over here is giving me these nice shadows in here to show this has shape as well. And that big source, the big 4x8 flat, is giving me this nice highlight around the edge here. And we're getting a nice highlight gradation happening here, which is definitely showing me all the shapes that you want. And that's what you want to do, is you want to create contrast, have shapes, create definition and depth to the image. Then we'll just retouch this part out and have a nice clean product shot, which shows off all these nice little details that this watch band does have, which is great. So now that we've seen some product shots and the lighting I did on that, let's get into a little more reviewing of the watch bands. The shield protector here, which I've got on right now, is nice. It's just maybe a little too big for me. I think it's a little bit bulky. I do like it. The buttons work really good. Everything on it is functional, and it definitely would protect the watch quite a bit. And you put on the safety film on the front of the lens as well. So it really is going to do a lot of protecting. But for me, it's just a little bit too big. But it is cool. So now we'll switch. I'm going to switch it back out to the Street Fighter look, which I think is more my style for me, and see what I think about that. I have to say I like the Street Fighter band better. It's a lot sleeker, more my style that I like. I love the color, and the fit and everything is really nice. I don't like a watch band that's too tight on my wrist. I like it to be able to move a little bit, and this is good fit for that. Everything's construction's really nice. Well, we had a look at some detail shots of the product, which is really nice, and a bonus lighting tutorial and my thoughts on how I go about that. But let's get back into the review of these watch bands. The Shield Protect, which I've got here, like I said before, it may be a little bit big for me, but I think if you're out rock climbing, hiking, construction, whatever you're gonna do where you think you're gonna bang your watch up against something, I think this is really good for that. And it's super protective, and it comes with a protective screen that goes on the front as well, which comes with a little tool to burnish it down, and this little guitar pick to help pop off the back, which is super easy to insert your watch into there, and then you just put this little back cover back on the back here and snap it in, and you're good to go. So yeah, this is, I think, really good for protecting your watch, but like I said, maybe a little bit too big for me, not really my style. I really like the, like I said, the Street Fighter, the sports band style. It's definitely more my look, and I really like the hardware on this, which is really well made and fits really good on your wrist. And the rubber doesn't catch your hairs on your wrist or anything like that. Feels really good on. Again, yeah, like I said before, I really like this color too. So that's kind of a bonus there. But yeah, really well made, and I will put links into the description to where you can pick these guys up. $35.99 for this, the Street Fighter, and the Shield Protect is $43.99 on their webpage. So really good value for both of these. If you've ever gone to look for a watch, a band for your Ultras, your iWatch, they're like 99 bucks to 199 bucks at Apple. So like I said, really good value. Like the quality. The band may be a little bit long for me. I don't have the biggest wrist out there. So if you've got a really small wrist, you're going to be pushing it down to here to tighten it up on your wrist. But I think it's good that it'll go for pretty much anybody with the length of this band here to connect it, lock it in on your wrist. So that's really nice. Yeah, so I would definitely say go get one of these. They're nice. And I hope you like the lighting tutorial. Any questions on any of that, on the bands, the lighting, and any of the techniques, all of that, just leave me comments below. I'll get back to you. Appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, all of that. And until next time, I'm out.